white accents. This is the first of two back-to-back friendly games playing in Des Moines today. We have two back-to-back friendly games tomorrow in Iowa City. Different team we'll be playing against tomorrow, though. Both the games today against this Boji Mammoth team. I'll run through the roster for you real quick. Number 14, Quinn Baker. Number 13, Mason Bentz. Number 11, Redford Dupass. Number 5, Carson Follis. Number 1, Sawyer Goldie. Number 20, Graham Hildebrandt. 87, Xander Marin. Number 9, Luke McDaniel. 46, Taylor Pembroke. 77, Tucker Smith. 54, Xander Van Tilburg. 82, Brock Welch. 88, Levi Yohe. And in net for this one, number 10, PJ Brown. So number 44, Elliot Buckland. He's not even wearing his gears, so we'll probably have PJ, number 10, in for both games today, and potentially number 44, Elliot Buckland, in net for both games tomorrow. And unfortunately, number 37, Liam Story. You might see him over there on the bench wearing his blue hoodie with his helmet on. I don't know exactly what happened. During practice, he hurt his knee, though, and he is out the rest of the season. So our captain for the team, number 37, Liam Story, will not be playing again this season. All right, about 30 seconds up there, then they'll clean up pucks, and I will tune back in with you for the game. Thanks for watching today. All right, up and ready to go. First shift of the game. Center, Levi Yohe. Left wing, McDaniel. Right wing, Redford Dupass, number 11. Defense, Benson Baker. Face off quickly won by Yohe. Pass off to Redford. Has to dump it deep. Mammoth control it on their side. Pass up the side, intercepted by McDaniel. Now Yohe with it in the corner. Breaks on, pass back to the point. Baker, long shot, deflected, doesn't get on net. Bounces up high. Boji trying to clear it out. Bentz stopping it on the line. They stay on sides. Still fighting for it along the boards. Mammoth cleared out of the zone here. Dropped the puck and sent by Bentz to Baker. McDaniel dumps it across far side. Mammoth control. Shift change for the Bucs here. Pass across to Marin, out of reach. And Mammoth control, bring it out of the zone. They dump it in and go for shift change themselves. 46, Taylor Pembroke with it. On the far side, Marin, pass up to Smith. Smith brings it into the zone. Smith gets around one. Breakaway opportunity right around the goalie. Couldn't get the shot off, though. Smith gets crunched in the corner. No call for checking. Puck ends up high on the point to Pembroke. Pembroke across the blue line to Van Tilburg. Long shot blocked. Rebounds in front. Still there. And sunk by number 5. I'm going to say 5, 77, and 54 on that. First stoppage of the game resulting from a Des Moines Jr Bucs goal. 14:10 left. Looks like we'll have 3 16-minute running clock periods. Shot count showing 2, and that's true. I need to give a missed shot to Tilburg there after he sent one from up high. Yohi won that face-off, and then it's lost on the boards. They're fighting for it in front. Mammoth finally bringing it in. Number 20 checking, and he'll get a call for a check. Mammoth going to power play. First penalty of the game assessed to number 20. Graham Hildebrandt for checking. Number 11 loses the face-off. A long shot goes wide. Bentz pass up to Redford, and then McDaniel can't control in neutral. McDaniel lost his glove, bends over to pick it up as Dupass brings it in the zone. Redford in the corner, number 11 behind the back. Short-handed, keeping it in the offensive zone. Still controlling, dumps it, didn't dump it deep enough. Mammoth bring it out. Up the far boards. Tried to lift it up, was offsides, but no call. This puck leaves the zone. Offside's a call here. .47 seconds left on the Mammoth power play, and the clock continues to run. Probably 35 seconds left on the penalty kill before this puck drops. Tucker Smith will take the face-off, number 77. Lost it. Dumped deep by the Mammoth. Van Tilburg with it. Smith squeezes a player off the puck. Can't control it, though. Kept in on the line. A shot hits his own player in the back. And Van Tilburg gets it up to the point. Mammoth with it again. Pass across the side. Picked off by Follis. Follis, one-man breakaway. Shot blocked. Missed shot from number 5, Carson Follis there as he tracks the puck in the corner, but lost his skates in the process. Bentz keeps it in on the blue line. Now Follis with it. Sent around the side. Smith to Van Tilburg. Van Tilburg shot. Bounces wide left. Mammoth pick up the rebound. Kept in by McDaniel. McDaniel and Marin back and forth. Shot blocked. Marin now gets hooked a bit. No call. We are back to even strength with 11:30 left in. Marin lifts a stick, but they bring it into the zone. They're offsides, but they call it on. Marin dumps it across, doesn't go for icing. Mammoth with it on their side. A couple Mammoth players collide. Marin's in the right spot, passes up to Redford. No icing here, he was on the center line. Shift change for both sides. Mammoth with it behind their net. They drop the puck, picked up by, well, Redford lost his skates, but he would have had it there. McDaniel with it, passes up to the point. Baker, long shot, bouncing, deflected. I think 11 tapped that one in. 11 from 14. As the Bucs go up 2-0. It's about 10.5 left in the first period. Yohi at center. Won it. Brings it into the zone, takes to the corner, quick shot, goes behind, missed wide right. Off the backboard, stopped by Baker. Baker to Yohi. Yohi to McDaniel. Daniel can't get the shot off right in front. Mammoth clear, bring it through neutral. Yohi skates through the stick, forces the puck wide. They recontrol, bring it in. Centering pass, wide open, shot, lucky. Let's give PJ Brown a save on that one, number 10. Puck's back in neutral, goes through, and they control it, bring it in. Benson front, long shot. PJ Brown jumps down on it. Left the center of the ice wide open for that last shot. Scary play for PJ there, but was able to come up with 2 saves. Marin at center for the faceoff. 87 lost it. Pembroke to Marin. Marin's got Welch in front. Tried to just clear it out of the zone. He's able to get it to neutral. Hildebrandt getting checked back. Little payback after the first check. And they steal it from Marin. Marin gets it back, dumps it deep. Mammoth tried to clear it out. This one gets by Marin, kept in by Pembroke. Pembroke to Van Tilburg. Long shot and save. Eight minutes, 30 seconds left in this first period. Bucks up 2-0. Shot count 5-2 from what I can see up on the boards. Levi at center. 88 won it. Over to Smith. Van Tilburg now. Across to Pembroke. Pembroke getting a shot. Mammoth recover the rebound. Van Tilburg forces the puck deep. Smith passes across. Pembroke can't get there. Mammoth centering pass broken up by Yohe. Up to the blue line. Tapped off by Fallis to Smith. Fallis gets it back from Smith there, but lost it in the process. Now Marin with it up on the line. A quick shot. Lofted it high. He's tracking it down. Lifts the stick. Hook from 87. No call. Marin back to Spence. And Bent's right back to him. Marin in the corner. Tries to clear it across. Picked off by the Mammoth. Dumped to the far corner. Mammoth tried to center. Picked off by Bentz. Bentz gets forced off. Marin up the boards to the point. Dupass sends it across to McDaniel. McDaniel brings it in, looking to center. Controls it himself. Quick shot. Glove down by the goalie, and he controls it. Marin at center for this faceoff. Wins it to McDaniel. McDaniel back to Pembroke. Pembroke to Marin. Centers it up. Picked off by... Actually, it was right to the Mammoth, to be honest. They bring it into the zone. Across neutral. Pass across. Dropped, though. Into the boards. Van Tilburg making a defensive play. Dupass leaning into the player. Van Tilburg tried to get it up to Marin. Somehow, Mammoth still had it. Pass across. Hits corner far side. Pembroke trying to clear. Kept in on the blue line. Back to Pembroke in the corner. Mammoth centering. Didn't get the shot off. Pembroke skates across. Sends it to the near corner. Marin pass up. Just out of reach for Luke McDaniel there. Mammoth send it far side. And McDaniel will pick it up there. Tries to send it across, go for a shift change. Just under 6 minutes left with the running clock. Mammoth sends it around behind the net. Baker taps it over to Yohe. Yohe in the corner. Back to Baker. Baker, long shot, deflected right in front by Hildebrandt. Second shot by Yohe. Shots from 20 and 88 and a penalty being assessed as they knock down Welch. It looked like he was in the crease, but he was not shoving. They wave off the penalty. Yohe at center for the faceoff. 88 wins it, but splits the D. Baker with it. Sent it across neutral, didn't connect the pass. Yohe steals it. Mammoth get it back. Looks like they'll be able to bring it into the zone. Long shot. Sent by PJ near boards. Bentz picks it up there. Bentz to Yohi. Yohi to Smith. Is able to get around one. Nice move. Gets around a second. A shot. Stopped by the goalie. Mammoth trying to clear. Falla steals the puck. Little shove in the corner. They call it this time. Power play coming for Des Moines. Trip is the call. Didn't see a trip. Maybe they're paying us back for a previous check after the play. 87 Marin at center for the faceoff. Wins it to Fallis. To Van Tilburg. Van Tilburg to Pembroke. Long shot. Doesn't get through traffic. Marin lifted a stick and the puck's behind the net. Dump it around. It's going to be kept in by Van Tilburg. Van Tilburg to Fallis. Nope, Marin got there. Marin tapped it to Fallis. Fallis shot goes high. Back to Marin behind. Marin to Van Tilburg. Ooh, fan on the shot. Thought there'd be a breakaway opportunity, but Mammoth can't capitalize on the mistake. Round the back, Van Tilburg gets there first. Tapped it over to Pembroke. Pembroke looking to make a pass. Missed a couple guys. Marin intercepts a pass going the other way. This one bounces over to Pass's stick. And Mammoth control. Bring it in. Quick shot. Blocked by PJ. Far boards. I think that's Yohi. Tapped it off to McDaniel. McDaniel skates around one D-man. Dupass centers up. Centering. Doesn't get through the defense, though. Still in the crease. Bouncing puck. Goalie jumps down on it. Three minutes left, and the power play is done. Yohi. You know, it looked like he was going to win that, but Mammoth came away with it. Another penalty coming. Didn't see what happened there. Interference is the call. Against number 11. Redford Dupass goes to the box for interference. Third penalty of the game, second one assessed to Des Moines. Smith wins the faceoff. Then controls the puck after Mammoth had it for a moment. Got it around to Bentz. Bentz tries to clear it up to the point. Recovers it now after the Mammoth dropped it off. Mammoth have it in neutral. Hard pass, misses his man. Smith dumps it deep to himself. Nice play. Hildebrandt posts up center. Mammoth steal the puck and get around Hildebrandt. They tap it out of reach, and Bentz will get there over on Des Moines' side. Bentz to Baker. Baker drops it deep. Taps it up to Fallis. Halfway through that penalty kill for Des Moines. Fallis has it stripped. Mammoth bring it in. Offside's a call here. Puck's down. Looks like that was won by Fallis. Fallis to Pembroke. Back to himself. Mammoth steal. Pembroke brings it in. It's forced off the puck, though. They try to clear. This one bounces over Pembroke's stick. Actually tapped a stick. Won't go for icing. Doesn't hit the line before Van Tilburg gets there anyways. We're back to even strength. Van Tilburg across to Marin. Marin stretch pass to McDaniel. McDaniel just barely gets back on sides. Marin recontrols. Shot. And gloved down by the goalie. Under a minute left to play in the first. Marin at center for the faceoff. Wins it. Controls the puck. It's forced off, though. Dupas with it now. It's forced up high to Baker. Baker to Marin. Marin in the corner. Kind of got crunched up there. Mammoth control. They'll bring it out. Trying to pass. They stay on sides. Intercepted by Dupas. Marin goes off sides. No call anyways. Mammoth trying to recontrol against the boards. They pass across. Marin applies pressure. Forces him to slow down. Pass across, too hot to handle for the Mammoth. And that will do it for the first period. After one, Bucks up 2-0. Shot count 10-3. And 2 periods left to play. I'll tune back in with you for the second. All right, teams switch sides, ready for the second period. 16 minutes up on the clock. Got Yohe, Follis, Smith on offense. Pembroke and Van Toberg back on D. Waiting for the face-off is Yohe. Clock is running. Not sure why the buzzer went off. Say face-off lost by Yohe there. Centering across, puck's up there in the crease. Can't get the shot off. Pembroke's able to steal it. Can't clear it out of the zone. Pembroke now with it in the corner. Up to Follis. They keep it in again, just barely, and then Yohe skates through, taps it off to Smith. Shot wide right. Yohe picking up the rebound in the corner. Gets around 2. Drops it around, far side, Smith with it. Can't pass it up the boards to the point. It's covered by the Mammoth. Now McDaniel controlling it. Passes over to Yohe. A little bit more space now. Smith behind the net. Back to Yohe. Back to Smith behind the net. Angles back, same way again. Passes up the boards. Then Tilburg couldn't get around a shift change as Marin was coming in. Mammoth cleared out. Pembroke. Long pass, trying to stretch it to Redford. Redford controls, gets around one man. Second one comes in, steals it, then a slash from Redford, no call. Being aggressive with that stick there behind the net, too. A pass from the Mammoth into neutral, knocked off by Baker. Dumped in by the Mammoth, and then Bentz taps up McDaniel to Redford. Redford leans in there. McDaniel steals it. Shot from Marin, it's right in front, still in the crease. Stop as soon as the whistle's blown. Nice shot from Marin there. He at center. Wins it. Looks like that was shot from number 20. Could have come from Bentz. I'll just say missed shot. I didn't see who took it. He wins again to Hildebrandt. That one doesn't get through. Welch had the rebound, sent it towards the net, deflected to the corner by a D-man. Centering. This one doesn't get through either. Bentz with it from the point. Long shot would have been wide. That one doesn't count. He wins it again. Tapped off back to Van Tilburg. It's dumped around the back. Sent up, barely kept in by Hildebrandt. It was on the line. A recontrol. Goes over to Pembroke. Pembroke can't gain it through the skates of all the players. Mammoth bring it in against the boards. Yohe coming away with it. Yohe sends it back to neutral. And then it's dumped in as the Mammoth go for a shift change. Van Tilburg has it far corner. Hildebrandt couldn't control the pass, went through his legs. Mammoth recontrol, pass through neutral, bring it in. Pass across, picked off by Pembroke. Pembroke, pass across to Smith. Smith to Follis. Follis splits D, gets a shot, it's right in the crease. Smith couldn't get the second shot off. Mammoth bring it out of the zone. Dumping it deep, no icing. Pembroke chasing it down. Dumps it far corner. Bentz with it. Bentz to Marin. Marin back to Bentz. Bentz making it through, stays on sides, gets around D. And a backhand shot. 13 from 87 on that one. Great play, backhand shot just over the leg pad of the goalie. Takes it 3-0 with 11 minutes left in the second period. He lost the face-off. It's kept in on the line by him, though, so they brought it in. Into the boards, McDaniel gets tripped up. And this one gets by Baker. They'll call icing here, though. 10:30 left in the second now. Drop it over on Mammoth's side. Yohe wins the faceoff to McDaniel. McDaniel tried to get it back to Pembroke. Pembroke had to divert from the plan after he had traffic on him. Pass from Van Tilburg to Dupass to McDaniel. Ends up in the boards near side. McDaniel recontrols. Has some space. Pass across. Splits Follis and Van Tilburg. Maybe a miscommunication by them. And then missed Pembroke the other way. Breakaway opportunity for the Mammoth. Can't convert on it. Mammoth dump it in from neutral. And Tilburg with it behind her net. And Tilburg to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt controls. Pass up to Welch. Welch can't control, but it bounces into the zone. Squeaks back out, and this one goes off sides. Follis at center for the faceoff. Wins it to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt dumps it in. Controlled by Mammoth. They drop it, though. Follis in the right spot. Is able to converge on the puck after it was dropped right in front of the crease. Unassisted goal from number 5. Takes it 4-0 with 8.5 left in the second period. Marin at center for the faceoff. Wins it to Redford. Redford to Bence. Bence backhands it. Marin can't control. Puck dumped deep. Eason with it behind the net. Pass up to Redford. Redford tried to get across to Smith. Mammoth dropping it again. Smith overskates potentially. But he's cut off, taking it deeper. Well, looks like the puck might have broken or somebody dropped their mouth guard. Something's sitting on the ice right there. Mammoth dump it deep. Baker be the first one there behind the net. Up to Smith. Marin taps it out to Redford. Redford had to wait for it and couldn't. Mammoth bring it back in. Then Baker to Smith. Smith to do passes intercepted. Brought back in by the Mammoth. They dump it around. Bence with it. Bence has some room. Start moving in. Long pass. Hits a man. Is able to recontrol off that rebound. And then do pass off to Smith. Misses. Smith goes for a shift change. We got 5-on-3 here from the Mammoth. Centering pass broken up by Bence. Bence pass up to McDaniel. McDaniel spins back, controls. Pass up to Hildebrandt. Should be icing, but they'll wave it off. Hildebrandt trying to track that in the corner. Centers it up to McDaniel. McDaniel's caught in his skates. Can't see it. Doesn't get on net. Pembroke. Long shot. Hit a player right in the chest. Good thing he's wearing a chest pad. And Tilburg with it now. That player's heading off. Comes from Van Tilburg. Across the middle, McDaniel. Couldn't get the shot off. Pembroke. Another long shot. Deflected towards the net by McDaniel, but doesn't see the back. In lacrosse, they have to wear a special chest pad where the impact of the ball doesn't stop the heart. Let's hope the hockey pads do about the same. Not as robust in that area. Yohe won the face-off, so go for icing from the Mammoth. 6 minutes left, and the clock continues to run. In the second period, 15-3 is the shot count. Marin at center for the faceoff. Puck's down, he wins it. Oh, but then he dropped it. Didn't get the pass off to Pembroke, and a breakaway opportunity. Bucks respond well to, force him to the boards. I was going to call that a one face-off by Marin, but it's kind of the definition of a lost face-off if they go on a breakaway afterwards. Fallis bringing it through neutral, can't get the shot off. Maybe a little hook. Fallis to Bence. Marin's in the mix there. Comes back out to Bence. Bence has it tapped off. He's able to keep it in on the line, dumping it to the corner. Marin getting there. Marin around the back to Fallis. Fallis to Marin. Marin trying to center. Has traffic. Marin lifting a stick, maybe a little hook. Marin across to Pembroke. Pembroke trying to send it behind the net. Fallis lifting the stick. Also looked a little like a hook there. And then Mammoth clear. Goes back to neutral. Bence with it. Brock going for a shift change. Fallis goes for a shift change too. Makes this turn over the puck, but Redford fighting for it. Recontrols in neutral. Gets it in. Not for long as the Mammoth recontrol, cleared out. Bence with it on the center line. Makes space for himself and brings it in. A trip coming. Oh, offsides the call. No, I take it back. Interference the call because he came through. Power play Des Moines here. I thought they were going to call a trip on Bence, but he skated right through Bence there as he was bringing it into the zone. Yohe at center for the faceoff, wins it. Hildebrandt knocked it towards the net, but doesn't get through traffic. Bentz controls it through neutral onto Des Moines' side. This pass hits a Mammoth player, and we got a little lucky that we were able to clear it out of the zone. And a 2-on-1 breakaway for Smith. Smith across to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt shot floats high. Mammoth recontrol. Trying to get around Baker. Hildebrandt forces him wide. Tries to bring it back to the middle. Can't do it. Gets caught up in Yohe's skates, though. Bentz to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt can't control. Regains it. Taps it off to Smith. Keeps the speed. And a good shot and a great glove save from the Mammoth goalie there. Missed shot from 77 there. About 30 seconds left on the power play for Des Moines here. Marin at center for the faceoff. Wins it. Taps it to Follis. Follis back to Marin. Follis has it stripped. Marin gets it in the corner, sends it around the back. Follis looking to get there. Barely gets there first. Fight for it against the boards. Marin's able to get it up high to Pembroke. Pembroke straight on from the point, and a great glove save from their goalie. Missed shot from 46. A late shove from Marin after the play, but no call. Nothing egregious, but maybe flaring a couple tempers out there. We are back to even strength, but 2.5 minutes left in the second here. Puck's down. And puck leaves the zone here. I didn't see who was at the face-off. Puck leaves the zone. Dupas will take it here. So I'll say Dupas won the last one. This one he loses, though. Goes back to Pembroke. Pembroke stretch pass to McDaniel. Misses. It's cleared out. Van Tilburg taps it back to neutral to Redford. Mammoth recontrol. Across the middle. Stripped by Smith. Mammoth get it back. Bringing it in. Get around Van Tilburg. A little out of position. They sink it just above the leg pad and below the glove of P.J. Brown. So first goal for the Mammoth here with a minute left. Score 4-1. Shot count 17-3. Levi Yohe at center for the faceoff. Lost it. Brought into the zone by the Mammoth. Stripped by Follis and turned away by him and Baker. They recontrol it in neutral and bring it in. Centering pass behind his man. Trips up Yohe. Hildebrandt across to Follis. Follis against two, bringing it into the zone. Getting a shot. Not sure where the puck is. 20 seconds left. They're facing off, but puck's behind the net now. Must have been underneath his leg pad. Let's give number 5 a shot on that one. That'll about do it for the second period. That'll do it for the second. They didn't get that puck down. 1 period left to play. Score is 4-1. I'll tune back in with you for the third. All right, back for the third. Marin at center for the face-off. I'm going to say he lost that one. Baker dumps it in from the blue line. Mammoth stopped by Marin as they were trying to clear it out the far boards. Smith back to Marin behind the net. Tried to angle it towards, but dropped the puck. Mammoth have it near boards. Pass keeping it in the zone. And Mammoth throwing it in. 2-on-1, long shot high. Let's give PJ Brown a save there. We had space to make a good pass. And Marin goes down. He took a puck, not sure where, to the ribs maybe? Limping a bit. Must have hit his right leg there. Probably between the shin pad and the breezers. But he's up, he's off. Stinger will be alright. Face off won by Yohi. Yohi back to Bentz. And back to Yohi as he brings it in. Shot goes behind. Picks up the rebound behind the net. Taps it up high to Baker. Baker, long shot, missed wide right. Corner. Yohi coming through. Maybe that was Brock. Bentz brings it in after he strips it. Angling, Welch with it now. He also loses the puck there. Bentz regains control. Looking for another backhand opportunity. Went off the back of the net. The goalie jumps down on it. Clock is stopped in this third period. Not sure why. Maybe first two are running and last one stop clock. Follis at center for the faceoff. Wins it. Back up high to the point. Bad pass, though, as Mammoth were expecting it. Came across. Defense was able to come and make sure that didn't turn into a bigger mistake. Follis trying to pass it up to Hildebrandt. Finally gets it around, but out of reach. Kept it on the line by Follis. Smith with it near corners. Sends it off the goalie's pads. Wrong angle, though, to get in the back. Follis skates through a player. Smith passed it back to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt couldn't get there, and Smith angled off. Now Marin with it. Looks like he is back in. Offsides call here against Des Moines. .87 at center for the faceoff. Wins it. Sent to the far side by Baker. Dupass in pursuit. They center it right up to Marin in front. Marin gets a shot, blocked by the goalie. Rebound sent far boards. Mammoth control and cleared out of the zone. Bentz to Marin, just out of reach. No icing. Pass pinning a player against the boards. And then Marin taps it deep to Bentz. Bentz back to Marin. Marin centering. Comes straight across to McDaniel. Couldn't convert on the pass, though. Wide open back door for him. Good stick from Baker. Strips the puck. Dumps it in from the center line. Caught up in skates of the Mammoth, but they're able to clear it out. They get around Marin. Bentz is able to stop it. Pass it up to Redford. Redford trying to make space. And then he just centers it. Gives it right back to the Mammoth, though, and they give it back to him. 3 players come through. Redford gets hit from behind and in front. Kind of squashed there. Mammoth come away. Long shot, bouncing puck, stopped by PJ. Good save. Not much on the shot, though. 8:32. Clock is stopped. Shot count 24-6, and the score is 4-1. .88 at center. Yohi loses it. Mammoth trying to get it in front. Caught up in skates. Centering again. It's there. Mammoth couldn't convert, though. Comes back to neutral. Fallis skating through. Forced him to make a pass they weren't ready to make. Puck's in the zone. Pembroke with it. Comes back to Van Tilburg. Van Tilburg to Welch. Doesn't connect. Back to neutral. Dropped by the Mammoth. It's up far side. Fallis. Center line. Followed through on the puck and just knocked a player down while he was at it. Nothing illegal. Just funny. Yohi trying to control, bring it in, but he's got 4 players between him and the net. They steal it. Puck bounces up and off a helmet. Kept in on the line by Smith. Smith thought they were offside, so sends it back. Then Tilburg now dumps it far side. They'll wave off icing since Mammoth should have got there. Ends up behind. This one squeaks out. Bentz has it on the blue line. Dumps it in far side. Mammoth with it behind their net. Welch coming in. Try to clear it out. Bentz keeping it in, but just barely. Back to Welch. Gets by him. Smith looking for it behind the net. Mammoth cleared out, and that'll go for icing. Wave it off. Bentz gets there. Trying to get around the man. Maybe took a little too much time, but it works against this team. Skated around 3. Hildebrandt with it now. Long shot wide right. Doesn't get on net. Smith now. Near corner. Dumps it back to McDaniel. McDaniel getting hooked a bit. Trying to dump it back. Hildebrandt can't get a shot off. Puck gets caught in a skate. Mammoth pass it around. Bring it for neutral. Dump it in. Miss the net. Bentz gets by Hildebrandt with the pass. It's in neutral. Smith in pursuit. Hard pass. Finally picked off by Fallis. Fallis is able to get on a breakaway here after a shift change from the Mammoth. And he gets checked against the boards hard. Marin sticking up for Fallis there, but doesn't retaliate. 6 minutes left and a power play for Des Moines here. This is the 4th penalty, 2 on each teams. .87 at center for the faceoff. Marin wins it. Fallis to Marin to Dupass. Dupass near corner. Dumps it around the back. Pembroke getting there. Fallis drops back on D. Marin with it behind the net. Getting pinned. Trying to kick it. But Mammoth come in and steal. Minute left on the power play for Des Moines. They circle back behind the net. Marin forces a pass. Fallis strips it, and then they go down. Dupass coming across. Kept in barely by Pembroke. Drops it off for Dupass. Marin in front. Fallis with it. Fallis tapped it to where Marin was, but he's not there anymore. Mammoth control in neutral. Pembroke gets angled off the puck, and they bring it in. And a hook coming against Pembroke. Marin taps it off. So, we are done with the power play. It'll be 30 seconds of 4-on-4. And then we'll have a minute penalty kill. Yohi wins the faceoff, taps it off to McDaniel. McDaniel trying to get around defense. Yohi posts up, fans on the shot. Mammoth with it, far boards, pass it across, bounces over McDaniel's skate, or his stick. Bent's controlling it though, and then he has it stripped. Yohi pinning it, dumping it deep. We are on a penalty kill for 59 seconds, but Smith coming away with the puck. Making a shot, wide though, looked like it hit a defender maybe. Smith gets a rebound, back to Yohi, back to Smith. Smith's shot blocked by the goalie. Smith, let's say he wins the face-off. It was close. Puck got pinned against the board. Sent near side now. Hildebrandt tries to lift a stick. Puck comes out to Van Tilburg. Van Tilburg passes. A little out of reach for Bentz. He's able to come back and control. Has to angle it back to neutral. And it's brought in by the Mammoth. Scoring opportunity for him, but they drop the pass to the corner. They have it behind, looking to bring it in front. PJ is able to send it wide. Bentz collides with the player. No call. Still tied up with him. I think his stick got caught in his armpit. Smith bringing it in, getting a shot, and glove save. Three seconds left on the penalty kill for Des Moines here. 3.5 left in the game. Then they'll zam and we'll play another game. Try to get a little charge into my phone before. Bentz heads off. Follis wins the face-off. And sent towards the net by Baker. Blocked by the goalie. Kept in by Baker again. Looking for another one. Hits a defender in front this time. Marin keeps it in. Dumps it to the corner. Back with Dupass. Dupass to Follis. Follis recontrols. Gives it to Redford. They're a little too close together. No breathing room. Welch jumps in too. Puck's cleared out by the Mammoth as they get around Marin. Baker controls in neutral. Pass up to Follis. Follis has it stripped off. Marin has it on the blue line. Edges off two. Pass up to Follis. Marin heads off for a shift change. Dupass centers up. And a shot from number 5, controlled by the goalie. Strong shot from Follis, but no trickery. Dead on and into the belly. 2.5 minutes left. Shot count is 28-7. Des Moines Jr Bucs are up 4-1. Yohi at center for the face-off. Wins it to Smith. It's back to Pembroke. Long shot, wide. Smith steals it as they try to bring it out of the zone. It's forced way across to Pembroke. Pembroke to McDaniel. McDaniel can't control. They pass across, bring it out of the zone. Van Tilburg and Pembroke back on defense, and Smith skates across. Puck goes behind. I think that's Yohi. Up the boards, gave it back to Mammoth. They sent it on net. That's a save from PJ, trying to clear it out. McDaniel taps it off to Smith. Back to McDaniel. Couldn't control. Nice little play. Puck ends up on the board. Centers across, trying to connect to Marin. Marin at least forced the puck behind the net. Angles back and forth, trying for some trickery. McDaniel stopping the puck on the boards. Hildebrandt skates through a player. Pembroke can't keep it in. Mammoth come away. Long shot, and into the chest of PJ. He makes another good save there. '87 at center for the faceoff. Marin wins it. Back to Bentz. Bentz to Hildebrand. Mammoth control, pass it through neutral, tap it to each other. Nice little play, to be honest, as they bring it in. Baker's in front, and a great glove save by P.J. Brown that time. He's heading, looked like, to the corner. He's able to hold on to it, and we'll try again. The minute 5 left in the game. Bucs up 4-1. Yohe at center. Lost it. Long shot wide left. Bentz picks up the rebound. Taps it up to Welch. Welch trying to center it across to Yohe, but doesn't get there. And then a shot goes off stick of Baker, and PJ jumps down on it. That wasn't on net, so we won't get a save for that one. But 50 seconds left now. Follis at center for the faceoff. Wins it. Bentz can't control it off the backboards, though. A shot hits Bentz, and he's able to pick that up. He's got Smith in front, taps it off to him. Nice pass and catch. Smith forced wide, tough angle shot. Puck was in the crease. Bentz controls it. And another shot. Shot from Smith, shot from Bentz, and sent for icing. That took about 25 seconds off, just 19.3 seconds left in the game. Follis wins the faceoff. Back to Pembroke. Pembroke to Van Tilburg. And Tilburg was calling for it, but it was dangerous. Didn't see where the puck went there. It looked like it hit Pembroke in the back. Turned over by Follis. They try to get a shot off. Goes wide, and that'll do it. First game's done. Shot count 30-10. The Bucs win their first friendly game of the weekend. I did hear some additional news about our second goalie, number 44, Elliott Brown. The reason he's not suited up, he got a concussion on Thursday, so he won't be playing this weekend. P.J. Brown will be playing 4 games back-to-back. And that'll do it for the first game. Thank you for tuning in. We got another one starting in about 10 minutes after they zam the ice. I will charge my phone for a couple minutes and try to get this second stream started.